Okay, welcome to bonus number one, your at-home workout for the Ramadan workout program and nutrition guide. And just a reminder on this, okay, the point of this program is simply to stay consistent with exercise as you're going through this month of fasting, more so than having, crazy intense workouts or anything like that. So make sure to shift your focus to just being consistent rather than having too high of an intensity level while you're getting these workouts in, okay? So with this workout, it starts with a warm-up. So Krista, I'm gonna have you go ahead and take a seat on the floor here. The first movement of the warm-up is a glute bridge. So go ahead and lay flat on your back. Your heels are in pretty tight. You're just gonna drive your hips up and down right here. The whole point is to try to wake up the glutes and the core a little bit before you do your exercise, okay? So anywhere from 5 to 10 reps here will be great. Okay, Krista, the next one we have is a bird dog. So go ahead on your hands and knees. With this one, you're going to reach with one arm and the opposite leg. You're going to extend out, and we're going to repeat on that side. Same rep range here. You can do 5 to 10 in a row on this side. And then once you've done that, go ahead and switch over and get 5 to 10 on the other side for the bird dog. Next, Krista, go ahead and get into a half kneeling position. You're going to bring the leg all the way off to the side. We're going to get our half kneeling lateral lunge. She's just going to shift to the side to side here, and she's going to feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh, the groin area. Just going to open up the hips here. Again, 5 to 10 on this side, and then you can go ahead and switch and get 5 to 10 on the other side. Next on the list, we have our crossover hamstring stretch. So all you're going to do here is cross one foot over the other. Quick reach for the toes. You're not going to hold this one at all. Just come right back up, switch over, and do the same thing on the other side. After the crossover hamstring stretch, we're just going to do some knee hugs. So go, Krista, just grab your knee, pull it up to your chest, and then switch. Same thing, not holding this one at all, just alternating. And then to finish up the warm-up, you can do this for 10 to 20 seconds. It's really up to you until you start to feel warm. Just the forward and backward run in place. Stay nice and loose, just kind of waking you up, making sure you're nice, loose and warm and ready to go for the workout, okay? All right, so now for the workout portion. Now we're gonna go through a couple movements here, and just remember, intensity level is not gonna be as high as usual, right, during your fasting period here during this month. So think in terms of effort, think 50 to 70% effort, no more than that, okay? So the first movement here is a squat jump, okay? So Krista, go ahead and do a couple squat jumps here. Obviously jumping up as high as you can, landing soft on your feet. You're gonna get 5 of these. Now, if jumping isn't a good idea for you, you're gonna do a different movement here. Basically, Krista, you're gonna almost jump, okay? We call it a speed squat right there. So she's still moving fast on the way up, she's just not jumping at the top, okay? So you're gonna do a speed squat instead. Next on the list, we have a plank, okay? So get down into a plank position. Now you can either go down on the forearms, which is gonna be a little bit harder, or you can get into a high plank position, which is up on your hands. That makes things a little bit easier. And ultimately, Krista, if you wanna use that box over there, if you need to make things a little bit easier from there, you can always elevate your hands on a surface like a chair or couch, a bed, something that you have at home, okay? It makes things a little bit easier. So plank for 10 to 20 seconds. Next, we have a body squat, okay? So feet maybe about shoulders width, maybe slightly wider. Toes, you can have them just slightly opened up a little bit. And then Krista, go ahead through your squats. Now, in terms of your depth, just go with what feels comfortable. Don't force any sort of depth here, but you can go through 5 to 10 squats. After that, Krista, we're gonna do a bent over Y. So what you're going to do for this one is you're going to fold forward in half, keeping the back nice and flat. Think like the YMCA dance, okay? So you're making the letter Y with your arms, keeping them straight. Do a slight pause at the top, and we've got 10 reps on there for you on this one here. And then we're going to finish up this circuit with some push-ups, okay? So you can do these from the ground. If you're more advanced, hands are going to be slightly wider than the shoulders. You're going to lower yourself down to the ground, keep the arms pretty tight to the body. Now, push-ups are really challenging, okay? So if you need to, use that elevated surface at home, right? The chair, the bed, the couch, whatever you have, and you're gonna get some elevated push-ups. You're gonna see much more progress with elevated push-ups rather than going from the knees, but if you don't have a surface that is appropriate for push-ups, going to the knees is just fine, okay? So for this circuit, you can go through one time, you can go through a couple times, but remember the key is keeping the intensity level to about 70% or less, okay? So I hope this one works out for you. Enjoy and let us know if you have any questions.